20th day in the month of March, and we are live right here on the Newspaper Review here at Top TV. You are welcome to the program. And with me here to review the newspapers is Victor Sioku. You are welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
How
thank
was your
you.
weekend?
Oh, well, of course, aside the election, my weekend would have been okay, but I was just very sad by the outcome of all the happenings around different states around Nigeria, the violence and everything. It just made me feel very sad about our, politics and our democracy as it were. So yeah, aside the fact that it was supposed to be an exciting thing to go and vote, but the happenings didn't make me feel good at all, at all, at all. But if you're watching us right now, we are here to bring you the headlines across newspapers. It appears that there have been a lot of announcements of results of winners and losers around states across the nation, and that is what is very much visible on most of the newspapers today. But nevertheless, we're going to take the headlines for today, the 20th of March, 2023. My name is Williams Abule, and we are going to start with this day newspaper. And don't forget that wherever you're watching us from, you can also be a part of this program by dropping your comments and the reactions on the comment section. We'd love to hear what you think about these headlines we'll be reading to you shortly. So drop your comments. Let's go straight to taking the headlines from this day newspaper. And on this day here, we see as headline article Amechi's revelation confirms INEC ruling party. I'll take that again. It says Amechi's revelation confirms INEC in ruling party candidates' pockets. INEC in ruling party candidate pocket alleges APC electoral body have mortgaged Nigeria's democracy. All right, I'll take that again. Alleges APC electoral body have mortgaged Nigeria's democracy. Moving on to other headline here, we see APC wins big as Guba poll results coming across Nigeria. Sanwo-Olu, Makinde, Yahaya, Abiodun, Abdurrazak, others secure re-election. Ruling party retains Katsina, Jigawa, Yobe, reclaims Sokoto, comfortable in a Boeing. Others. You also see opposition party clears Akwa Ibom, leads in Delta, Taraba, Bauchi, Abia. Tension Tension in Adamawa as Fintiri Benani in top tight race. KB2, although that result has been announced, and of course, Benani won. We also see here Soludo maintains dominance in Anambra despite LP's intimidation. So those are the headlines we see on this day newspaper. So generally, let's start with the commentary made by Chibike Amechi about the INEC chairman being how would I put it, like like an employer of the ruling party, the employee of the ruling party. I beg your pardon. So he's working for them. What do you say to that statement?
For me, that it really does not carry so much water, if you ask me, because it's coming from an APC stalwart. I still give him that all
Mm,
that because they are the ones that brought APC to power.
mm.
Okay, but when you now ask, okay, yes, it is not working for you in
At this
River
time.
State and
Mm,
at this time.
mm,
What about the people that is working for in other places? Meaning that the power that you faced here was overpowered you. So that
mm.
is why you are making all these comments. Because let's face the fact. Nigerians are not happy with this election.
Yeah.
Okay? And we know other states where the APC and the PDP muzzled out their opposition.
Mm.
Okay? So this is not just about Tinubu is the one that employed
Mahmoud.
Mahmoud,
Mm,
or Mike is the one that employed the wreck in was it
mm.
that's what he said now. Have you
Yeah,
the state
he
that he
said,
worked with the
no, he
state
said,
reg?
yes, Mahmoud,
Mm,
Yakubu Mahmoud had earlier worked with Governor Wike in this state as
okay.
one Tech Fund something, something, something chairman in River State. And that people that, nominated Mahmoud for the INEC, chairman position are from the APC. So he's working for the APC. That's what he said. And so for me, it sounds as if he's just crying because things are not going well in his favor at this time. So he's making very serious and bogus allegations and accusations implicating Mahmoud and the APC. Even though, yes, a lot of Nigerians have come out to express their, feeling that Mahmoud might be biased, or that is INEC, as it were, the body INEC, which is chaired by Yakubu Mahmoud, is biased and all of that. But then, nobody has any concrete evidence
I,
pointing or saying that the man is working for the APC. We don't know that yet.
see, Mr. Bule, my issue right now is not even. I think INEC, they are the lesser devil right now. Okay, yes, they failed. They were not ready with the logistics. Their planning was not top notch. There are many lapses and
Yeah.
failures from INEC.
Mm.
But the most shocking part is the police.
Mm.
The police that are supposed to protect Nigerians and protect the law and guide the law, they are the ones also causing so much issues here. Why would a policeman
Mm.
be with thugs that are snatching ballot boxes,
And watching them do
watching,
it
joining? In some cases, some videos, police will join. In
and
some
carry these
videos,
ballot
you will
boxes.
see, there was one video I saw, a politician coming, opening a ballot box, checking who voted for who. He will check, oh, this person did not vote for us. He will tear the paper. And there was a policeman there. He come, open this ballot paper. He will tear. Can you imagine that kind of? And at the end of the day, what will happen? Nothing. Okay, from the police, let's say you move the case from the police, then to the judiciary. What then happens? My brother, Nigeria is finished.
And this election just clearly proves that we are in a deep mess, and we really need help at this time. If our politicians have reduced all our laws, all our regulations, and guidelines to rubbish, then what is now left to govern, Nigerians? In this election, it was truly proven that there are classes of people and there are people that are above the law, and some people are more equal than the others, and it's really sad because the level of intimidation and the level of impunity that was displayed during this time is something to worry about. It just tells us clearly that you just need to get into politics, get into one office, taste power, and then you're in control. In fact, it explains a lot of questions we've been asking about how politicians don't ever get arrested for the wrongs that they do. You know, things will go wrong, bad fuel will be imported into the country, nobody will be arrested for it. Money will be stolen, we hear that it is rats, cockroach, snakes, elephants that comes in to eat them. We don't know. So it just tells you, or it clearly has shown the impunity in which our politicians, operate, and it's really, really sad. And then I will end by saying that I listened to the Labour Party candidate in Lagos State cry out and say, if this is how it is going, then there's no need for us to have debate of ideas or sharing of ideas leading up to elections, coming out to tell people what your idea of how you, or your vision on how you're going to run the state. There's no need. Let's all organize and plan and strategize how we're going to overpower each other on the election date with our talks. I come with my talk, you come with your talk as a politician. Whichever overpowers, the person wins. That would be a better way of running the election. And for me, that tells you how how animalistic our elections have become, and it's pretty sad. Even the presidential election was even a bit more sane,
Sane,
than
sane.
this one. This one, it just, I mean, the desperation of these politicians was just too much.
And we are preaching here on Tap TV that,
Mm,
oh, don't sell your vote, oh, don't sell your vote. Oh, thugs, why would you be a thug that in the next 4 years, that 10,000 or so amount that they give to you,
mm.
how much will it last for you? But at the end of the day, it's like all the whole campaign of not vote buying, of not, all are in
And then
hey,
EFCC was also
oh
able to
God,
arrest.
I saw one of your adverts
Mm.
yesterday. I was watching it. I wanted to post and say, Abule, this is your advert. In fact, we wasted time and energy putting up this advert.
Because Nigerians, they only listen but they never heard. So it's so sad. It's so sad. And it's not just us here on Tap TV. Many other organizations, Orientation Agency of Nigeria and all of that, they all did their part. But it's clear that These politicians have already set a path and a trajectory that they must follow. And with little money inducement, young Nigerians are ready to
Join
go
them.
out and
Join
cause
them.
mayhem. Because I didn't see any old man there. I didn't see any
Mm,
politician carrying
mm,
guns.
mm.
Very few, with the help of police people, which
Yes.
have also been, on the scene of committing crime for God knows how long. Just a few of them in very one or two areas, going all out by themselves to commit this crime. But most of the people that committed these crimes are young people. And guess what? These young people, the class of these young people we are talking about, are the illiterates, the ones that are suffering, the ones that are on the street, the agberos, that most of them sleep under the bridge, that don't have a place to lay their heads. The irony is that they don't even want out from that level of life, that that dungeon where they are. So they prefer to be at that level and be used by this politician every 4 years. And then they go back to the streets and wallow in their poverty, in their illiteracy, and in their pain. It's so unfortunate
Very
how
unfortunate.
politicians have weaponized these guys, the same guys that need the help of a good governor or a good governance, good leadership, good democracy to help them out of those places, give them proper means of livelihood. But then these guys have weaponized them and turned them. So in the next 4 years, we still see the same thing. But the question
And
is,
more,
yes, the
more will
question
come up.
is, are we sure? Are we not setting a very dangerous path for ourselves as a nation? Because this will only continue for a while before people will. Who ever thought that young people will get up one day and say, "Answers, it's enough. We've had enough." And if this is going to cost our blood, then let's so be it. Who would ever thought that people will come and do that? But it happened. So Nigerians should also, and these politicians should also be aware that a lot of people are beginning to be more, politically conscious. They are beginning to be more conscious about their rights and what is required of them. And if they don't do what is required of them and follow the right path and on time too, there will be a revolution that they will never be able to recover from. And we don't want to get there. All right. That's being said, let's go into our next paper for the day, and that will be Daily Sun for today, the 20th of March, 2023. And on Daily Sun here, we have as headline, Mechi has confirmed our fears about INEC chairman. Atiku speaking. Page 29 is where you find details of that story. The main headline here says governorship election Abiodun, Makinde, Eno, Yahaya Abdulrazak win. Bala Mohammed, Sanwo-Olu, Oborivori lead in Bauchi, Lagos, Delta, Enugu, Abia awaits bated breath as LP alleges attempt to alter results. Results from agents indicated I won Lagos Guba poll, says Rhodes Bible. We also see other headlines here. It says Assembly, a delicate Lord's electorate for giving PDP 25 out of 26 seats. APC wins 22 seats, PDP 2, ADC 1 in Kogi. We also see here crowd may reduce this week as banks get more cash supplies. Very funny how the cash is beginning to roll in after the elections. All right, page 2 is where you find that story. We also see here six missing as gunmen attack INEC officials in Kogi. My life under threat. Lagos wreck. Carlos bill to empower states to build railways gets presidential assent. We see that story on page 27 of the Daily Sun newspaper. Police arrest 178 suspects. Um, yeah, okay, all of that is also related to election matters. All right, that's all the story we'll be taking on the Daily Sun newspaper. So I'm just going to ask you, any surprises as regards the election results announced already? We already have winners in Lagos and a few other states. We saw winners in Kogi and the likes of that. We saw in Adamawa a lady, the first female elected governor here in Nigeria, and all of that. So, any surprises for you?
There are no surprises, my brother. The only surprise there is that we had a very crazy weekend out there. Nigeria really disgraced themselves out there for the world to see.
Mm,
You just mentioned about 178 persons were arrested by the police.
mm.
The police will tell you the numbers that they've arrested. By now, half of them, or even 99% of them, have been released without them telling
Exactly.
you that those ones they have been released. So at the end of the day, they are just we are just having a very sick nation at the moment. And I don't know, some might call it Banana Republic now because see, even Ethiopia now, come on, is it Sudan? Nigeria is dying. Nigeria is dying as a nation. What
Yeah.
about the level of tribalism that has
Oh,
shown its way
oh.
last weekend?
Mm,
Oh my God,
yeah,
it is unbearable.
it
It is
is sad.
unbearable that okay, as I've mentioned tribalism, one might be thinking, yes, Lagos, down to River State, these states that we are in.
Yeah.
We heard announcements. Yes, there was this publication by TAF TV about
Mm,
festivals and not festivals during the election. But we saw it right in on our faces in River State, where thugs and politicians were coming out to say, see, if you are not voting for PDP,
mm,
if you're not voting for PDP, go home.
mm,
Same thing that happened during the presidential election. Yes, it started from Lagos. But that's to tell you how Nigerians will copy and copy. We copy evil.
mm.
We copy evil in this country. And look at it, it has almost gone all regions of the nation. And I bet you if you set another election or maybe some reruns that might happen or re-election that might happen, this will now be the weapon that these politicians will use, telling people if you are not voting for my party, don't near the polling unit. And at the end of the day, when they made those utterances, we are now have issues with INEC will still go and release those results. INEC will publish those results. And now be asking, what the heck? What is happening
And
in this country?
just like a few minutes ago, we observed that the results from the polling unit where the young man that is the director general of the Toyoko campaign was killed. He was whisked away and later found dead. That result was being announced to, and then one of the agents was complaining bitterly. Why would that result be announced? It's evidence that there was violence in that unit that even led to the loss of life of one person. Yet that place was not cancelled. They're announcing the result. It just tells you
Even areas where that ballot box were snatched, the results were uploaded. How?
IREVs. Let's not forget that a lot of these IREVs were whisked away. We had situations where INEC staff members were kidnapped, and of course, we don't know what this kidnap means. They kidnap them and take them elsewhere, and then release them a day or two later, when of course they would have manipulated whatever they want to manipulate and ask them to go, or they would have been, forcefully induced with money. So there are a lot of irregularities in this
And
election,
they are still uploading results till
and
date.
then
Presidential election, they've not finished uploading the result to 3 weeks
yeah,
has gone. This Guba election, they are still uploading more. Up till date, they are still uploading results. Oh, come
it
on.
is quite sad, but then that's the situation a lot of us find ourselves now. It is not really a good one for our nation. We expected so much, and our expectations have been dashed by both the INEC and our politicians. They've gone ahead to prove most of the things that we suspect that they are, and it's very, very sad that these things have gone south. All right, we're going to come back to take on more of the papers, but we need to go on a short break. Once we come back, we'll take our last paper for the day. You stay tuned and make sure you drop your comments and your reactions as we continue with the program after this short break.
Hey there! Are you looking to record your videos, do your voiceovers, and take your professional pictures? Look no further. With our state of the art newsroom, photography, kitchen for our food content creators, and exclusive children's studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.
Live here on our new super review, and we're going to continue with our papers for the day. All right, but then at this point in time, let's just give general commentaries as to what happened during the election period. All right, let's take another break. Once we come back, we're having a little bit of technical issues. Let's take another break. When we come back, we'll continue.
Hey there! Are you looking to record your videos, do your voiceovers, and take your professional pictures? Look no further. With our state of the art newsroom, photography, kitchen for our food content creators, and exclusive children's studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.
All right, welcome back. I want to thank you so much for staying with us. We apologize for that hitch and breaking transmission, but let's go straight to our discussions for today. And we're just going to go generally and analyze the elections generally, and if there are any surprises, and more results are being announced as we speak, both from River State and we haven't gotten the full result from Delta State. There's also a few states in the north that have yet to announce their results and all of that. So, and what are your expectations, Victor?
My expectation is that no much positives, okay.
Mm,
But I will also want us to look at the feelings of Nigerians or
okay.
some states
Mm,
when elections were announced. You find out in Lagos when it was announced that Sanwo-Olu won, you find out that there was no much joy on the street,
like we saw in Abia.
like we saw in Abia.
Yeah,
Like
where
we,
they announced Alex Oti of the Labour Party.
well, mind you, as at now, I don't think whether they've announced him. This is still
But
morning
he
because
has taken the early lead,
early
so
lead,
there's a lot of
yes.
jubilation
But
and all
they
of
are
that.
still scared about what will happen with Obingwa. Obingwa is a place where the incumbent governor is from, okay?
And that result is still yet to be announced.
Yes.
That local government has not released their
Yes.
own votes.
So look at Kano,
Mm.
NNPP winning Kano.
Yes.
You could see the wide jubilation on the road everywhere. That is to show that, okay, some persons came out to vote and their vote counted
And again, for me, not just that their vote counted, the will of the people was being, has been delivered.
and
And
expressed. You show
yes,
it
yes.
shows that,
So
yes.
that's what for me that's a true win, because someone today I was watching a Rise TV, and Rufai asked a question that made some sense to me. Said most of these politicians that have unleashed mayhem, that have empowered people to cause so much violence, and thereby costing the lives of other people. What have you won? Have you won? What have you won? Have you won the confidence of the people? What exactly have you won? Or you have won, for yourself? What exactly, when you say you have won the mandate of the people, what mandate have they given you when you are forcefully taking it away from them? You have taken their will to decide what they want. So what exactly have you won? And it's a good question that these politicians will, I would love them to answer. But of course, we know that they don't have conscience. So they don't care. They don't care. They have the money power, they have the will to push people to cause violence and make people lose their lives. Must we always shed blood to get things done in this country? The suffering of this of people of this country is not enough. And so politicians will come and add to it. It's very pathetic.
In my own beloved state of Delta State, three results or three local governments have not been released. Reason because they say that the incumbent governor is using his people to hold on to the results so that they can change. Look at what happened. I try to make a sense out of this when Amechi said that they are producing result sheets.
Mm.
So that could also be it. Maybe when these results are being delayed, they wait for a fresh result sheet to get to them, maybe from wherever they get those result sheets to
Mm.
get to them, then they rewrite, then upload, then bring out results.
Mm.
So that could still be, this is Nigeria, that could still be what is happening in some places where the results are not yet complete. So what then happens when they start releasing those remainders of results? You find out that the margins become so high.
But
Then
that,
you ask
yeah,
Beavers, right? Are
yeah,
you
yeah,
going to
exactly. I wanted to ask, then
uh-huh.
how are they going to correspond those results with the Beavers?
Okay.
Because the Beavers is supposed to show us number of accredited voters, and then before the papers will say, okay, it tallies with the number of accredited voters.
Now, Mind you, the Beavers, the authenticity of accreditation, knowing the number of persons that have accredited, will not happen by the collation people to know. They won't know
So
because
they would have announced.
it happens inside the local government, okay, not the state collation center. But from the local government, they already know that this thing did not work. What would they do? They will just go ahead and release the result first, then
Declare a winner
declare winner
and go to court.
and
Go
say, oh
to a
yeah,
tribunal.
go to court.
And are we aware that just to go to the tribunal to register is 10 million naira?
Okay. Then Mr. Abule, they will not still upload the results to IREF. That is why you are seeing these delays. They will go and get new sheets.
Mm.
Okay. Also, you don't know these politicians, they can just find a way to manipulate their way, manipulate. At the end of the day, even the court you are going to, oh, what about instances where even you are, or you are as a candidate, you are going to court, and then I say, oh bobo, abeg, relax, this your case now.
Mm.
Come and let's join, let's form a unity, a unity government,
Mm.
whereby I'll give you this, you take this. At the end of the day, some of these cases might not work.
Make it to court.
Yes,
They,
they
they
might
won't
not.
make it to court.
Yes, some of them,
Because we
they
know
will
how
just
the.
give them money. How much did you spend after all? They will ask you, how much did you spend? You
Can I?
mentioned.
I'll
Oh yeah,
give
can I
you.
pay it in installment in next 4 years?
So yeah, I give you.
And
If
maybe
you
double it
said
up.
your whole campaign, you spent about maybe 500 million running it. They are ready to give you up to 800 million or a billion
Yes,
naira to close the
yes,
matter instead of
yes.
going to court. But
Mm-hmm.
if you so please, you can go to court, and
And they will frustrate
you
you.
will run the case for the next 4 years. Towards the end of when the guy wants to leave office, that's when judgment will come, and it will not still favor you.
And you might not just have the money to carry these things.
So those are some of the things we have seen in this country in the past. And just because this election has also proven that we have not learned anything and we are not ready to change the status quo, the evil status quo, I'm afraid we are still in the same position or even falling backward. And it's so sad that our politics is still like the one politics. Our democracy is still a baby democracy, not growing, very stunted in growth, and very very sad too. Because some or the bulk of Nigerians really want more and we want better. We deserve better, but unfortunately, these politicians are continually, fought back. And of course, that's where we found ourselves. But we believe that it will get better one day. We'll be hearing that forever.
We
But we'll
hope.
keep hoping that it gets better one day. We want to thank you so much for
Thank you,
staying
sir.
with us. And Victor, thank you
Thank you,
for
sir.
always making it through to the program. I'm afraid that's where we're going to draw the curtain for today. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for another episode of the Newspaper Review. And also drop your comments and your reactions on the comment section. Follow us on our social media handles. We're on Facebook at Stab TV. On Instagram is Stab TV _NG. And on Twitter is at Tab TV. What's our Twitter account again?
Tap
For
TV underscore NG.
Tab TV _NG on Twitter. So do well to follow us on all of these platforms. We'd love to have you connected. Until next time I come your way again, my name is William Tabule, and this has been the News Review here on Tab TV.